Well, today I'm going to make a homemade giardiniera, which is basically pickled vegetables that are used primarily for Italian beef sandwiches, really big in Chicago. So there's a new show on the Food Network that's actually really good. It's called Sandwich King, and this guy Jeff Morrow showed this homemade giardiniera, and it looked really good because I've bought a number of store-bought giardinieras, and I never really liked any of them because they always taste over-processed, and the vegetables are really limp and mushy. And this one, excuse me. This one really sounded interesting, and it's very easy. So what I've got here is 2 cups of water with a 1/4 cup of sea salt dissolved in it. You might want to start the sea salt and water before you start prepping the veggies, because it takes a while for that much salt to dissolve in the water. But you want to use this type of salt, not a kosher salt. I guess if you did use kosher salt, you could go with a 1/2 cup, because it's about half, double the amount for kosher. But I decided to go with this. He called for table salt. So what I've got here is a cup of diced carrots. That's about 3 carrots. I've got 1 stalk of diced celery. Just add that to the water. I've got a cup of broccoli florets that I've cut into small florets. Because you got to remember, this is going to be basically a topping for a sandwich later on. Yeah, you can use it for other things, but I'm going to probably this week make Italian roast beef sandwiches, and I want to top it with this. So this should be really good. So just add the cauliflower. Hope I didn't say broccoli before. If I said broccoli, I meant cauliflower. I don't use cauliflower a lot for some reason. Family's not a big cauliflower fan. And I've got here a diced red pepper and 2 diced and seeded jalapenos and 2 minced cloves of garlic. Now, he originally called for 4 to 8 serrano peppers with the seeds and everything, but I think that would make it too spicy for my family's taste buds, so I'm just going to use the 2 jalapenos that have been seeded. I love the flavor of the jalapenos, so this should be good. If you like it spicier, go ahead and use the serranos with the seeds and everything. That's what's nice about making it yourself, making a homemade. You can make it however you want. Okay, now let's add the garlic. Okay, so now we just want to stir these veggies up real good. This is essentially you're pickling them. And the nice thing that I like about this is there's no vinegar involved. This should be really good. So I'm going to cover this with some plastic and then refrigerate it overnight, and then drain the veggies and rinse them really good because they're going to be really salty. And then I'm going to put them in a bowl with 2 cups of canola oil and a tablespoon of dried oregano. Now, I thought about changing this to use olive oil, but then I started thinking, no, olive oil, when you refrigerate it, it really it solidifies, and I don't think it would. I mean, it would probably taste good, but you'd have to let it come up to room temperature, and it just wouldn't be as good. So I'm going to stick with the canola oil. So let me get this wrapped. Let me get a plastic wrap on this and get this in the refrigerator, and then we'll finish this up tomorrow. So this should be good. Homemade giardiniera. Okay, the veggies have been in the refrigerator overnight for 24 hours. So now you want to drain them. And then rinse off Rinse them really good. Rinse off a lot of that excess salt.
Terrified of Mr. Biggs for what could become another platonic sleepover,
just keep rinsing. I don't know how long. So it seems like it's good enough. Can't wait to try this. I like Giardiniara, but like I said, some of the ones I've bought before I didn't really like. Smelling good already. Get a lot of that excess water out.
I showed up at his apartment feeling sexy and confident, wearing my secret weapon skirt that really had my hips.
Let's go dump this into another bowl. I'm going to add a tablespoon of dried oregano. I like using this Mediterranean oregano. Good stuff. There's actually a Mexican oregano as well that I use for Mexican food. I don't know, it seems like the Mediterranean is a little bit more, has more of a minty flavor, I guess.
By the time I got home, I was sure I'd left the
Okay, let's give that a stir, mix that oregano around real good.
I didn't sleep very well that
Like I said, this is a pretty simple recipe.
After a night of
It smells good with the oregano in there.
Samantha began to feel things she hadn't felt in a very long time. Frustrated and bored.
Now we're going to add 2 cups of canola oil.
Just as she reached the place Krishna
Use a good quality. I'm using Crisco here. It's good stuff.
After all, she had come this far. She could continue on to
Oh, hold up. Coming up here.
to get her mind off sex. Miranda
Stir real good. Get everything all mixed up. Get everything coated good with the oil. Look at that. It's starting to look like Giardiniara. I probably should have cut some of those cauliflower florets a little bit smaller, but that's okay. It'll be good. Now you want to make sure that the veggies are covered really well with the oil. Because what we're going to do now is cover this with plastic and put it back in the refrigerator for 2 days. So, well, there's 2 days in the refrigerator in the canola oil, and I'm going to transfer this to a nice glass jar, nice sealed airtight glass jar. I wish I could have found a smaller one, but I think this will be fine. So let's take a look at it undisturbed. Looks good. It smells really good. Oh, this is going to be so tasty. Let's get this in the jar. Really wished I'd have got one of those funnels that they use for canning. It would be a little bit easier. Afraid of. Hope I don't get some of this outside the jar. But if I do, I'll just wipe it off. Boy, you can really smell that garlic. It smells great. Garlic and the oregano. And And the veggies look nice and fresh and firm. Not like that commercial jarred stuff that you find in the grocery store. Yeah, if I'd had a smaller jar, that would be fine. That would fit better, but yeah, no big deal. Looks good. Doesn't it look pretty? Let's taste some of it and see how it looks. See what we taste like. Piece of cauliflower and a piece of celery. Let's see if we can get or a piece of carrot. Let's see if we can get a little bit of all of it there. Yeah, we got some cauliflower. We got some red bell pepper. Got the piece of carrot, some celery. Let's see if we can get a piece of jalapeno. There we go. Got them all. Jalapeno, red bell pepper, carrot, celery, and cauliflower. Oh man, that is so good. So crunchy. So tasty. Ah, oh, this is so good. I can't wait to make some Italian beef sandwiches with this. It's nice and salty from the brine, but it's not overpowering. And that canola oil is very mild, and notice it's been in the refrigerator for 2 days and it's not solidified like olive oil would be. Okay, this is going to go back into the fridge until I'm ready to make some Italian beef sandwiches. Jeff says that this should last in the refrigerator fine for 2 to 3 weeks. Let's see if it's going to be in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 weeks. I got a feeling that between me and my wife we're going to eat it all anyway. Maybe give some to the neighbors. Isn't that pretty? A lot of colors, a lot of nice bright colors. Well, there you have it. Jeff Morrow's recipe for homemade giardiniera.